movement and basking in the look of wonderment on Brett's face, I feel the lead around my standing ankle tighten, then tug. It pulls the ground from under me and sends me flying forwards towards the ground. My body can't react quick enough. Instead of helping, my arms stay down by my sides, meaning the first thing to have contact with the ground is my jaw. It crashes into it with a crack and a grinding crunch. Ouch. The last thing I see are my shattered teeth flying from my mouth through the air and onto the living room floor. I black out as Brett looks at me in horror. Gasping in shock, my body jolts forward. My hands fly to my mouth, protectively cupping my jaw, relieved to find a full set of gnashes still in there. I breathe out and try to steady the adrenaline that the dream has unnecessarily sent pumping through my veins, which, in turn, has caused a flush of anxiety to niggle uncomfortably at my insides. A warm hand from the darkness is firmly placed on my back. "What was it this time?" Brett asks, his voice gravelly and hoarse in his slumbersome state. Thankfully, he seems to like the fact that my mind goes into overdrive during my sleeping hours, taking me to all sorts of faraway places and into the quirkiest of situations. Although little does he know that just before he came back into my life, we knew each other vaguely many moons ago, I'd been having recurring dreams of him and me together. He was my dream lover, literally. In one memorable dream, we had the most explosive space sex ever. Then, just hours later, he re-entered my life and beat me to the promotion I wanted at work. It was a confusing time, and utterly embarrassing. Needless to say, I never divulged any of the pre-real Brett dreams to him. I didn't think it would be entirely appropriate to share my stalkerish dreamland tendencies, and I didn't want him questioning my sanity. Luckily for me, real Brett became even more dreamy, charismatic and funny than Dream Brett ever was, putting me in a rather happy little bubble and banishing Dream Brett altogether. Now it's all about real Brett. I knocked all my teeth out, I mumble through my hands, remembering the vision of them all spilling out. "Come here," he growls, lovingly, pulling me down sleepily and cocooning me with his body as he throws one of his heavy legs over mine. We'll have to look that one up in the morning. I'm never too fussed about what dream books say about dreams. I mean, I know dreams have meanings, but I don't think it's as simple as one image is equal to one meaning. I think it's more complex. However, Brett loves rummaging around on Google and deciphering the madness. My madness. I get regular texts with possible meanings of my nightly escapades. It's utterly adorable that he bothers. "It was horrible," I grumble. "Oh, Sarah," he says softly, squeezing me into him a little tighter and kissing the top of my bare shoulder before flopping his head back onto the pillow. "Sleep now. I'm here." Within seconds, he's lightly snoring in my ear, effortlessly back to being fast asleep. I try to breathe him in and enjoy the warmth and comfort of having my wonderful boyfriend's arms around me in my bed. I attempt to focus on just the romantic side of my dream and how lovely, cosy and complete I felt in our festive merriment. But it's no use. Nothing I do manages to expel the sensation of my heart leaping into my mouth as I horrifically saw myself helplessly hurtling towards the ground. Having been woken up so violently, it's impossible to relax back into sleep. I sigh in frustration and dramatically bash my fist against the bed, but Brett doesn't even stir. I snarl into the dark space around me. I know it was just a dream. I know I should be able to just shrug it off and go back to sleep. But some dreams just aren't shakeable. They linger and fester, leaving you either too scared to go back to sleep or, in the case of when I was dreaming about Dream Brett, with the biggest crush imaginable. Dreams are powerful commodities. I don't understand why everyone else can just forget them so easily. Giving up the fight, I untangle myself from Brett's embrace, slide out from under the covers and throw on a t-shirt I find crumpled on the floor. Now that I'm up, I need a pee. Walking out of my room, across the hallway and into the bathroom, I switch on the light and gasp in fright. My ditzy flatmate Carly is on the loo, stark naked. Well, naked apart from her lacy black knickers that have been pulled down to